In the heart of London's upscale Mayfair district, nestled among designer boutiques and Michelin-starred restaurants, stood a salon renowned for its exclusivity. Its clientele boasted royalty, celebrities, and the city's elite. Appointments were booked months in advance, and the staff prided themselves on their impeccable service and discerning taste. One crisp autumn morning, a man entered the salon. Dressed in a simple black hoodie, jeans, and sneakers, he exuded an air of understated confidence. His face was partially obscured by a baseball cap, and he carried a gym bag slung over his shoulder. He approached the reception desk, where a young assistant sat, engrossed in her phone. "Excuse me," the man said, his voice calm yet firm. "I have an appointment." The assistant barely looked up. She scanned the computer screen, her fingers tapping rhythmically. "Name?" she asked without enthusiasm. "Jason Statham," he replied. The assistant's fingers froze mid-air. She glanced at him, then back at the screen, her brow furrowing. "You're not on the list," she said curtly. "We don't accept walk-ins." Jason nodded, his expression unchanged. "I had an appointment scheduled through a friend. Perhaps there's been a mix-up." The assistant stood up, her heels clicking sharply on the marble floor. She motioned to a nearby security guard, who approached with a wary look. "Sir," she began, her tone laced with condescension, "I'm afraid you'll have to leave. We can't accommodate you without a reservation." Jason's gaze remained steady. "I understand. I'll just wait for my friend." The security guard stepped closer, his presence imposing. "I said, you need to leave now." Realizing the situation was escalating, the assistant added, "Perhaps you should check your attire. This is a high-end establishment, not a gym." Jason glanced down at his simple outfit, then back at her. "I didn't realize fashion was a requirement for a haircut." The assistant's lips tightened into a thin line. "It's not just about the haircut. It's about standards." With a resigned sigh, Jason turned and walked toward the door. As he exited, the assistant muttered under her breath, "Some people have no sense of propriety." Unbeknownst to her, Jason Statham was not just any man off the street. He was a former competitive diver, a seasoned martial artist, and a globally recognized action star. His films had grossed billions worldwide, and his name was synonymous with tough, gritty characters. Later that day, the salon's owner, a well-known figure in London's social scene, arrived at the establishment. He was greeted with whispers and sidelong glances from the staff. The assistant, eager to explain, recounted the incident with Jason. The owner's face turned pale as he listened. He immediately pulled out his phone and made a call. "Get him back here now," he ordered. Within minutes, Jason received a call from the salon's owner, profusely apologizing for the earlier incident. He invited Jason back, offering a complimentary service and promising a private session with the salon's top stylist. Jason agreed, though he declined the complimentary service. He returned to the salon, this time dressed in a crisp suit, his presence commanding attention. The staff, now fully aware of their earlier mistake, scrambled to make amends. The assistant who had dismissed him earlier approached, her demeanor now respectful. "Mr. Statham," she began, "I owe you an apology. I misjudged you earlier, and I'm truly sorry." Jason nodded, accepting her apology without a word. As he settled into the stylist's chair, the atmosphere in the salon shifted. The staff, once aloof and dismissive, now buzzed with nervous energy, eager to please. The owner hovered nearby, ensuring every detail was perfect. The stylist, a seasoned professional, worked with precision, transforming Jason's hair into a sleek, modern style that highlighted his sharp features. Throughout the session, Jason remained calm and composed, his demeanor unshaken by the earlier events. As the final touches were applied, the stylist stepped back, admiring her work. "Perfect," she said with a smile. Jason stood, offering a nod of appreciation. He turned to the owner, who was still hovering nearby. "Thank you for the hospitality," Jason said, his voice steady. "But I think I'll take my business elsewhere." With that, he left the salon, leaving behind a staff humbled by their earlier actions. The incident became the talk of the town, a cautionary tale about the dangers of judging others based on appearances. The salon's reputation took a hit, and the staff learned a valuable lesson in humility and respect. As for Jason, he continued to thrive in his career, his reputation as a gentleman and a professional remaining untarnished. The story of his brief encounter with the high-end salon served as a reminder that appearances can be deceiving, and true character is revealed in moments of adversity. In the end, the incident was more than just a story of a celebrity being mistreated. It was a lesson for all: never judge a book by its cover, for you never know who might be standing before you. And so, Jason Statham's brief and unexpected encounter with the high-end salon became a tale of humility, respect, and the importance of treating everyone with dignity, regardless of their appearance.